Stocks our strategists feel are poised to deliver positive returns are featured now in their top stock picks of the week.
Welcome to this week's Top Stock Picks. I'm Tracey Ryniec, and I'm joined at the chairs this week by Sheraz Mian. And we have a couple interesting stocks. One is an old Dow component, and the other one is a weight loss company, but not the one you might think. So Sheraz, we're going to start with you with the Dow component.
That's right.
I'm kind of surprised you picked Caterpillar because I haven't been watching it, but the last I looked, it was kind of down on its luck. But it sounds like things are turning around.
All those trends have started moving in favor of Caterpillar. It is trading at its 52-week high right now. You would recall they had a very impressive June quarter report, and I was surprised with the June quarter report because in Q1 when they came out with the first quarter results, they beat both top and bottom and guided higher. It was impressive, but I thought it's just a one-off, a fluke. Estimates probably were very low. Nobody was expecting anything from them, and they just blew through them. So I never really bought into the Caterpillar story, even though there was this Trump trade and infrastructure and all that thing was there. So even though for Q2, estimates had gone up, and everybody was expecting good results from them, they still beat those estimates and were still able to raise estimates, expectations for the full year. So about 20–25% upward revision to this year's estimates, about 25–30% upward revision to next year's estimate. And we have to keep in mind that traditionally, this has been a construction equipment type of a player, but over the last few years, ever since they bought Bucyrus, which was a mining equipment company, they have a pretty strong leverage to the mining cycle as well. And as we all know, mining has been in the dumps for a while. So the construction outlook, particularly in North America, has been favorable, continues to be favorable. Management made good commentary about construction trends in Asia and Latin America as well. The mining industry is still weak, but it has bottomed. Meaning that over the coming years, the trends should improve. So it's a play on the global economy. It's a play, it's a play on the stabilizing outlook for the global commodity complex. Many countries, not just the U.S., is planning on spending on infrastructure. The idea is that about 5 to 8% of the total infrastructure payouts end up getting spent on equipment and machinery. So they are well positioned in the long run. It is a bit pricey, as I said. Has had a very good run, up 20–25% this year, but it's still at levels where the stock was in 2011. So you're not talking about Facebook, Google type of valuations either. Solid balance sheets, buys back its own stock, pays a good growing dividend, currently yields about 2.5 to 3%. So all in all, a pretty solid, conservative, well-run long-term investment.
So it sounds like you're getting in kind of at the bottom of this next cycle then.
Exactly. So we are nowhere near peak profitability levels now. It's going to be a long cycle, and we are just starting out on that.
Okay.
That's right.
Switching over to the weight loss stock that I brought, a little bit different area, but weight loss has been real hot lately.
Absolutely.
And I don't have the one that everyone's thinking. I know they're thinking Weight Watchers, but I brought Nutrisystem because Nutrisystem's also in the same kind of area as Weight Watchers, but they have the food plans, as we've all seen on their ads. And I really like what they're doing with their ads right now. We were kind of talking about it before we filmed this, and they are targeting the male customer. A lot of the other weight loss plans aren't doing that.
That's right.
And that's a big market, sorry to say, but it is, and that's working. And they also recently relaunched the South Beach diet. people might not remember the South Beach. It was really popular about 20 years ago. They bought that brand and now they're relaunching it out there. But a lot of people do remember the South Beach, and it was really popular. So they're seeing good traction with that. This last quarter was another great quarter for them. Revenue's up 30% again. And this is on year-over-year numbers that were already hot. And so they beat on the estimate. They raised both revenue and full year guidance. They're seeing double-digit increase in the number of subscribers, people buying their plans. And that's what we're seeing across the whole entire weight loss area. So for some reason, everyone's gone crazy and has decided to lose weight or get healthier, I guess.
Well, it's high time, yeah.
Yeah, and these companies are cashing in. They're able to use social media to make connections with their customers, Instagram and Facebook, and, you know, make ties that way. So they're getting some real good traction here. And you can see why this is Zach's #1 rank. They did raise their guidance. I put up the consensus here. You can see it really spiking because they did raise it quite considerably off of this big earnings beat. So you have everything good going on, but nobody, it was kind of priced for perfection going into this earnings report. It wasn't cheap, and it sold off big on the earnings. A beat and a raise, sell off big, doesn't really make sense except for the valuation story. And so when you see the chart, it has a little bit of the drop there. This is a 6-month chart right off of those earnings there, starting to get a little bounce back here. It's kind of a buying opportunity, I feel. It's not cheap still, even with the sell-off, still trading at about 28 times, but it's cheaper than it was before the earnings. And you gotta love it, like 30% revenue growth.
Absolutely.
Who's doing that? So I really like these weight loss companies, both Nutrisystems and Weight Watchers, but Nutrisystems especially.
I remember having Nutrisystem in the top 10 portfolio a few years back. Didn't really do
maybe you were early.
Good. That's right. Didn't do good for us, but it's a good company. I like it too.
Yeah, a lot of good weight loss. So do you own any of these stocks?
No, I don't.
I do not either. So if you're interested in any of our other stock picks, be sure to go to Zacks.com because we've got them all over there, including other stock picks of the week. You can catch all of our videos on YouTube and on Zacks.com. Until next time.